Welcome to See It and Feel It with Dr. Brett, and I'm Dr. Brett, and I'm back with Amar, an awesome guy, a good friend, a soccer player in college, a soccer coach, a soccer aficionado, and we're going to talk sports. But I think you're going to briefly interview me as well. So ask away, my friend.
Oof. So I wish I was as much of a soccer player as you've announced me. Is being retired and knees hurting count as well? Is that
Well,
count?
the more the knees hurt, I think the more it counts, right?
Yeah. Okay. So how you guys doing down there?
We're doing good. My assistant Jamal behind the camera just had a baby on Sunday night.
Awesome.
And he stayed up all night Sunday night and most of Monday night. And I was on the other coast of Florida, and we just got back, and Jamal just met me here, and here we are, like talking to you. So it's amazing we're making this happen.
You guys are moving at full speed.
Not full speed, but we're moving, right? We keep it moving. It's just a great way to do life. You know, you're always just doing one foot in front of the other. And when you take those fastballs to the back of the head, somehow you get a little smarter and you keep, you know what I mean? And you keep moving it forward regardless.
Now, where were you this weekend? You went on a little road trip.
Yeah, we visited friends on the other side in the Sarasota area, a place called Longboat Key, which was the first time I've ever been there, and it was lovely. We just had a wonderful 48 hours. This couple, they had a 16-month-old baby, and then the woman had a butt in the oven that was 7 months old, and the two of them were so just alive and really fun,
and not weighed down because of the times.
Not one drop. I mean, they were amazing. I mean, the kid's a big, strong guy. So, you know what I mean? I said, if we're going to have a baby at some point, because I've been injured so much, I think we're going to have to borrow him. We need to hire somebody that has strong shoulders, right? And everything. But she was an amazing woman. I mean, such a trooper. The baby sleeps, the 16-month-old sleeps from 8 to 8. And then the kid went everywhere with us, to dinner. For only last night at dinner did we go out, the four of us. Her parents were local and they babysitted, but the first day or so, the baby went with us everywhere, and it was like the five of us and our dog. Oops, you lost your light. But we took the puppy, we took Jupiter. So, it was basically the six of us at breakfast, the six of us at lunch and dinner. It was a really, really nice time on the opposite coast. And then, it was a 4-hour drive across the state, and you're just, it's all farmland and swamp and stuff. It's pretty amazing how big Florida is and how uninhabited it is. It's very...
Now, besides this downtime, did you guys get on the links? Did you go fishing?
I always bring a pole with me, Amar, always, right? So I brought a little bit of tackle and I brought a pole, but, and the house was situated on a little inland waterway, and it had an inlet, And so it was amazing because while I was fishing, I wasn't catching anything, but 3 dolphins came into the dock area where we were, and they were big, and they swam by, and it was really cool. So we saw some barracuda and some dolphin, but nothing was biting my lure. But I'm just happy because I was connecting with my buddy, and then we were, I was casting, connecting with my buddy. The dog was next to us. The women were in the house and, hanging out and everything. And it's just great nature and outdoors, and, just being outside is just amazing. And the weather was cold for Florida, 60s, right?
That is cold for Florida.
Yeah, totally. At night, it was in the 40s or 50s, and people were cold, right? So they're not used to it.
Now you have a full plate like me. How often do you try to give yourself these weekend getaways? We're not going on planes right now. Neither are you, right?
We went to the Keys 4 or 5 months ago, and it wasn't that much fun because there was so much COVID fear. So it wasn't the best trip.
Recently?
No, like it was like, 4 or 5 months ago. So really, we've only traveled twice in a year, which for us is, so minimal. My wife was just so excited to get in the car and go somewhere, and this was a safe couple, and we've been, safe as well. And so it was just a wonderful, really, really nice to get away, do something different, travel. I run my business wherever, right? So it doesn't
Right.
really matter. And yesterday was probably the first day in a long time where I had no agenda at all. Really lovely. I don't know, when's the
Right.
last time, Amar, you've had no agenda, nothing?
Uh, I half a day here and there, a day here and there. Maybe holiday times, but um, it's overdue. And to be honest, I was having a dialogue with my wife the other day, and we're just like you said, there was a lot of fear prior. Maybe we knew it wasn't going to be fun being around wherever traveling. Um, but how important is it to communicate with your significant other about maybe an expectation of when you guys will start traveling? I mean, everyone has got to have the itch right about now, and they're getting frustrated. People are
Oh,
indoors or outdoors. Maybe they're outdoors, but
oh
essentially
God,
they're
yeah,
not hopping on
Amar,
planes.
like my wife would love to go back and see her family in Thailand. And
Oh,
my guess is that, what I told her was it just doesn't feel, it might be one more year. It might be next. And, we thought maybe by this summer, the world will, the vaccines will work enough, and, and the, herd immunity will work enough. But it almost feels like it could be another year. It might be, the winter of 2022 instead of the summer of 2021. But she'll go back for sure. I'll always support her in doing that because she misses her family and she misses her culture.
right.
And then hopefully I'll be able to visit her. But we have friends in Austria that would, that would love to see us. We have friends in Australia that would love to see us. My wife would, wants to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan. I actually have friends there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for now, I even want to come back to, Westport. I want to come back, but the
Right.
quarantines are too difficult for now.
Right. Um, I think it's a lot to juggle. However, uh, you know, just like your friends that you visited, they have a young one. I think I also have a young one, but we're all having the same discussion. Maybe this summer, maybe another year. Um, right now, you don't have a little one, right? No bun in the
No, we
oven at
just
the
have a
moment.
puppy, a 2-year-old puppy who looks like a bear. Whenever we groom her, I mean, she's 90 pounds, but when you groom her, she looks like she's 120, because her hair fluffs out. So she's a big hit, though. Well, it's like taking a little one,
Right.
just to
Right.
have the
All the
puppy.
attention.
Totally. I have this, I'm going to make this business card that because everybody stops us, Amar, wherever we go and asks what kind of dog you have. And we have this
We get a card for
Bernedoodle,
her.
right? So I'm going to make this business card basically that says one side it's going to be her picture, and the other side, when you turn it over, it's going to say, I'm a Bernedoodle for fuck's sake, exclamation point. So I can be funny and playful about it, right? But because like it'll be so fun to hand people, right? It's like,
Well, everyone must have asked, what kind of dog is she?
all day long. What kind of dog is that? And
Wow.
there was a time we went out to dinner last week or whatever, and it's just I was meeting with one of my assistants or whatever, and I was trying to focus on business and everything, and we got interrupted so many times. I started feeling like what it could be like to be a celeb where you have no privacy.
Yeah,
And we had
right.
no privacy because of the dog, right? Everybody's like, can we pet your dog? Or what kind of dog is that? And it was like, can we have your autograph, right? It was like, I had that sort of insight, like, wow, no wonder why these celebs complain, right? They get interrupted and they can't just chill out and go out to dinner with their loved ones without someone interrupting and asking for their autograph, right?
Not easy, but they signed up for that, right?
They
Anyway.
did. And I guess if you get a Bernedoodle, you sign up for that too. I don't know.
Well, they are cute, and yours grew her hair back within the last year. After that, was it year or so
Yeah,
since
we
the last?
shaved her in the summer, and now we're 6 months in,
That's
and she's only halfway there. I mean, it's like literally like a bear. I mean, it's a lot of fun. When are you guys getting a dog?
Wow, if it was up to me, we would have one now. I'd love to make sure that one, I can rescue a dog. Two, I really want to be involved and have this kind of schedule where I'm home. So I have to be a bit true to the timing that I would give. And although
Yeah.
this was the year to do it because
It
of the
is the
amount,
gear, and you can always bring your dog to the office. I brought my dog to the office like 24/7,
I'm
literally.
in a
My
pretty
Labradoodle.
I'm in a pretty strict corporate environment. I don't think I can walk my dog up here for more than a few minutes for service purposes.
I think you could figure it out. A creative guy like you, a lovable guy like you with that heart that you got, I think you could figure it out.
Well, that's true. Probably most people I would walk by would be very thrilled to see a pup in my
Well, especially, what I do is I tie Jupiter to me. So when we go inside places, she's always tied to me, and she's been tied to me now for 2 years when we walk. So when you tie a dog to your waist when you walk, they stay in sync with you, and they're so well behaved and trained. And like, there's a restaurant a half mile away on our island, Johnny Longboats. We sit outside there, and she's done it, I don't know, 50 times. Like, so she just chills out and just,
right.
mellows out, right? Because she's done it 50 times already. So you can really train a dog to be in sync and almost like a part of you, an extension of you. I'm a big fan of that. And I think you're a talented guy, so I think you could pull that off.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to. I see people like you. You're a good dog owner. You really give a lot of time. I can't wait to have a pup one day.
Well, it's definitely going to happen. You probably have another kid and a puppy, looks like.
So it's interesting times. You're in a little cool weather, but you playing much golf down there right now?
I've only been playing like once every 2 weeks, and it's really fascinating because what I've noticed is that, when I'm not tired, even though I only play every so often, I can still play very well. But because I'm playing so infrequently, when I'm tired from work, it's much harder. So the last time we played a week ago Friday, I was actually terrible in the front nine, which is not,
Mhm.
I'm like really good, right? In general, I can hit the ball straight in the middle
Right.
of the winter time, but I was
Yeah.
struggling. I lost my feel because I'm such a feel player. When I'm overtired, I lost my feel. And then I caught a second wind on the back nine and I played like lights out. So literally, if you play infrequently and you have a lot of confidence like I do, it's really just a question of feeling good. And if I'm tired, I'm no good. And if I'm like feeling good, I can still play pretty well, even though I'm not getting a lot of practice in. One of the things when people ask me, I say that, if I actually ever played 2 or 3 times a week, I think I could get close to scratch, just
Right.
because,
Yeah, I believe
you
it.
know,
I've seen you.
yeah, just because like this is my thing, right? I actually can relax and, hit the ball pretty straight, right? And then it just comes down to putting. Thanks for watching See It and Feel It with Dr. Brett, and stay tuned for part 2 of this interview. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with a friend.